Let me tell you a secret that no school, no college, no so-called education system ever wanted you to know. Your memory isn't broken, it's untrained. For your entire life, people have told you to focus more, study harder, or just read it again. But the truth is, they've all been lying to you. Because here's the brutal reality. Most students fail not because they're lazy or not smart enough. They fail because they were never taught how to remember. And I don't mean that motivational nonsense. I mean real, scientific memory. The kind that allows you to memorize a 500-page book in 24 hours. Yes, it's real. Yes, people are doing it. And no, it's not magic. It's training. It's patterns. It's psychology. And it's exactly what you're going to learn in this video. But before we go deeper, ask yourself this. Why is it that you can remember the lyrics of a song you haven't heard in 5 years? But you can't remember what you studied last night? Why can you recall random conversations from your childhood, but not the formula you need for tomorrow's exam? Here's why. Because your brain doesn't care about repetition. It cares about emotion, connection, and meaning. See, when you try to memorize things the normal way, rereading, highlighting, cramming, you're literally working against how your brain was designed to function. Your brain is not a storage unit. It's a survival machine. It remembers what helps you survive. Faces, dangers, patterns, feelings, not bullet points and textbook paragraphs. That's why the traditional method of memorizing is not just outdated. It's almost criminal. But here's where things change. Today, I'm going to take you through a system that's based on how your brain is actually wired. A system that memory champions, elite students, and top 1% performers use to store huge amounts of information in hours, not days. And this isn't a gimmick. This is about retraining your brain, switching from brute force memory to intelligent recall. We'll break it down into visual memory triggers, turning boring facts into mental images your brain can't ignore. Spaced repetition psychology, the scientific timing that locks info into long-term memory. And the memory palace technique, used by world memory champions to memorize entire books, decks of cards, speeches, even the digits of pi. But here's the catch. If you skip this video, if you scroll away now, your brain will go right back into survival mode. It'll keep deleting the stuff you're trying to remember, and you'll keep repeating the same painful cycle. Study, forget, panic, repeat. So if you've ever felt like your brain is slow, if you've ever thought, why can't I just remember what I study? This is the moment it all changes. Because what you're about to learn isn't just about passing a test. It's about unlocking a part of your mind that's been asleep for years. A part of you that can absorb knowledge like a sponge, recall it instantly, and never again feel that helplessness before an exam. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to memorize anything, and your brain will never be the same again. Let's begin. Step 1. Understand how memory actually works. Let's get something straight. Your brain doesn't store information the way a USB stick or hard drive does. It stores experiences. So if you're reading a boring chapter without any emotion, context, or connection, your brain literally goes, "This isn't useful for survival. Let's delete it." Memory has 3 key stages. 1. Encoding, turning what you see or hear into something the brain can store. 2. Storage, holding that data long-term. 3. Retrieval, being able to pull that data out when you need it. If your grades are suffering, you're failing at stage 1, encoding. You're inputting information wrong, and that's what we're going to fix first. Memory hack number 1, visualization and association. Your brain is naturally wired to remember pictures, not words. Try this. If I say, giraffe riding a skateboard eating pizza, you instantly form a weird image in your head, and you'll remember it all day. But if I say, Chapter 7, Agricultural Reform Policies of the 20th Century, your brain shuts down. So here's the trick. Convert dry information into crazy, weird, exaggerated mental pictures. Let's say you need to remember Einstein's theory of relativity. E equals mc squared. Visualize Einstein riding a rocket, energy, holding a giant M, mass, crashing into a light bulb, speed of light squared. It sounds ridiculous, but your brain will remember that 100 times better than any textbook. The weirder the image, the deeper the memory. Memory hack number 2. The Memory Palace Technique. This technique is used by world memory champions, and it dates back to ancient Greece. Here's how it works. You take a place you know well, like your house, and turn it into a mental map. Then, you store each piece of information inside different rooms or locations. For example, if you're memorizing 10 definitions, put definition 1 on your front door. Definition 2 is sitting on your couch. Definition 3 is stuck in your fridge, and so on. When it's time to recall, you mentally walk through the house and collect each definition. Your brain loves spatial awareness. This method taps into natural memory pathways, and it's insanely powerful, especially for lists, concepts, or even long answers. Memory hack number 3, chunking and storytelling. Your brain struggles to remember 20 random things, but if you break them into chunks and add a story, memory retention goes through the roof. For example, trying to memorize these random words: dog, knife, rain, pizza, glass, tree, book, candle, mirror. Instead of cramming, do this. A dog holding a knife ran into the rain, looking for pizza. He slipped on a glass next to a tree where a book and candle were lying in front of a mirror. Suddenly, that list becomes memorable because your brain processes it like a movie scene. This is called episodic encoding, storing info as part of a narrative. Step 5, the 24-hour memory schedule, spaced recall. Here's how to structure your 24-hour period for maximum memory power. Hour 0. Learn actively using the 3 hacks above, not passive reading. Hour 1. Take a break. Let your brain process. Hour 2. Do your first active recall session. Write or speak without notes. Hour 6. Quick review. 5 minutes per topic. Hour 12. Test yourself again, randomly. This locks the info deeper. Hour 24. Final recall session. Use flashcards, notes, or teach someone else. This is called spaced repetition, proven by neuroscience to boost memory by over 300%. You're telling your brain, this is important. Keep it. Step 6. Add emotion and urgency. This is what most people miss. Emotion makes memory stick. If you connect what you're studying to something personal, your retention skyrockets. Example, instead of memorizing a law like it's a robot manual, think about how it affects real people, how it might affect your life, how it makes you feel. The more emotion you attach, the harder it is for your brain to forget. Step 7. Pre-exam supercharge technique. Before the exam, do this. Write a 1-page cheat sheet, not to bring in, but to mentally compress all info. Review your memory palace or stories. Close your eyes, breathe, and mentally walk through your knowledge. No panic, no chaos, just a calm brain that knows exactly where the data is stored. And now you know the truth. You don't need a genius brain to memorize anything in 24 hours. You just need the right system. So before your next exam, don't just study. Hack your memory. Apply these steps, own your time, and walk in that exam room with total control. Because the people who win aren't the smartest. They're the ones who learn how to learn. See you at the top.